So welcome, let's get started. Lying flat on the back. So lying flat on the back, ground through the left leg. And pull the right knee into the chest, interlacing fingers below the knee joint. Open thigh to side of ribs, knee to the armpit. Squeeze. Maybe close down the eyes, really present self in the body. Start to focus the precious faculty of your mind's attention on the breath, slowing it down. Equalizing depth, duration, and volume of your inhale and your exhale breath. Maybe you can go a little bit deeper for 3 more slow breaths. I'm preparing for a supine twist. Left hand grabs outside of the right knee. Twist your spine to the right. Stack the hips, try to ground both shoulders. If you're okay in the neck, start to gaze beyond your right fingertips. Five breaths. And release, gaze up at the ceiling. Start to undo the twist. We're going to bend both knees and prepare for figure 4. Just situate your spine so that it is grounded evenly to the mat. Bring your right ankle to left quadricep. If you can, lift left foot up off the mat. Choose your grip, either interlace fingers behind the left thigh, if you can, over the shin, below the knee, and start to pull the legs into the torso. Flexing the feet to go deeper. The back of the neck is long, slightly tuck the chin towards the chest. When you inhale, feel your ribs expand, the chest rise. And observe the back of the throat as you exhale. Perhaps engaging a slight constriction. Can pull the legs in a little deeper. And release. Preparing for that sequence on the other side. Extend the right leg straight down into the mat. Keep it engaged. Left knee into the chest. Interlace fingers below the knee joint. Start to open thigh, side of ribs. Knee to the armpit. 5 slow breaths. Prepare for a twist. Right hand grabs outside of the left knee. Twisting spine to the left. If you can, twisting cervical spine, gazing to the left. And breathing so deep that you feel the belly and the chest rise and fall. And release, gaze up at the ceiling. Start to unfurl the twist, grounding the spine to the mat. Ground the left foot, then bend the right knee, ground the right foot. Figure 4, left ankle to the right quadricep. Maybe you can lift the right foot off the mat and choose your grip, interlacing fingers behind the thigh or over the shin, flexing into the feet, pulling legs into torso. Slight tuck of the chin so back of neck is long. Although I'm not cueing every breath, do your best to stay conscious with the equal rhythmic inhale, exhale. Prepare to change. Next is Ubaya pose. Hands grab insides of the heels. Stack the ankles over the knees. Use leverage of the grip to ground the tailbone, pressing these down towards the mat. Again, keep the chin tucking towards the chest. Gentle movement side to side. Massage the low back. Balance back to center. Bring the legs together. Palms cup knees. Slow large circles of the knees to the right, massaging the SI joints. And change directions, circle the knees to the left. The knees come into the torso, squeeze. Palms grab the shins, or if you have the leverage, wrap forearms around shins. Grabbing opposite elbow, forearm, wrist. 3 deep breaths. Release. Ground the right foot to the mat. Extend the left leg perpendicular to the mat. Try to keep the left knee working towards straight. We're going to stretch the hamstrings. You can interlace fingers behind the thigh. Maybe you can grab behind the calf or the ankle. Avoid holding behind the knee. Press down through the right foot as you pull the left leg towards the torso. When you feel sensation, pause, breathe. So stretching hamstrings is so helpful to releasing tension and tightness, any spasming in the low back. A few more slow, deep breaths. We're going to work on core strength. Bring your arms to the side body, palms down. Ground the lower back arch, pressing it down into the mat. So this engages the transverse abdominals. With a 10-second count, we're going to slowly lower left leg down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Really engage the core. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the left knee, ground sole the left foot to the floor. Let's stretch the right hamstring, extend the right leg up. You can balance out your grip placement. Find sensation, hold, deep breathing. Maybe you can go a little deeper, a couple more full breaths. Core strength, arms at the sides, palms down. Keep the lumbar spine pressing down. 10-second count, lower right leg. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend both knees. The feet are hip width apart, heels close to the sit bones. Preparing for bridge back bending. Exhale, ground through the feet. With the inhale, lift your hips up as high as you can. Keep pressing down into the palms as you lift the hips up higher. Squeezing thighs together, chest up to the chin. 5 full breaths. Next, inhale, lift higher. And then lower down one vertebrae at a time as you exhale. Spiral the heels out. Inner knees touch, neutralizing the spine. 3 deep breaths. Preparing for a second set of bridge with an option to up level, interlacing fingers beneath the hips. Bring the feet parallel. Take an exhale breath to ground the feet. Inhale breath to lift the hips. You can keep the arms grounded into the mat or stretching deeper into the shoulders, elbows, wrists, interlace fingers to the webbing. Gonna rock back and forth and shimmy up into the shoulders to take it a little deeper. Squeezing palms to touch, rounding down through the arms to lift the hips higher. Try to bring the legs closer together, working chest to chin. 5 full breaths. Next inhale, lift up a little higher. If you have the fingers interlaced, release, arms to the side body, and slowly lower down one vertebrae at a time. And toe heel the feet out a little wider. And windshield wiper the knees side to side. We'll do this a few times. It's a nice massage to the outer hip, the piriformis muscle. Next time your knees go to the left, let them fall to the left and pause. Cactus the arms. So the elbows are in alignment with the shoulders. They have a 90-degree angle at the elbows. Palms up to the ceiling. And then gaze to the right. If you want to up level this position and get into the meniscus ligament, the inner knee, you can stack outside of your left ankle on top of the outside of the right knee. This will also take you deeper into the outer hip flexor and the IT band. Slow, steady breathing. One more deep breath. Gaze up at the ceiling. If you have ankles stacked on knee, release. Use the inhale and the strength of your core to bring the knees back up to center. And exhale, let the knees fall to the right. You can stay here, turn the gaze to the left, or up level, right ankle on top of outside left knee. Few more deep breaths. Release, gaze up at the ceiling. Release, ankle off the knee. Inhale, knees up. Exhale, ground the feet. Press into all four corners. Breathing in, lift the hips. Tilt the pelvis up to the ceiling. And exhale, lower down the lumbar spine. Bring these in towards the chest. Palms grip below the knees and pull straight in. We're going to prepare to transition our bodies. So roll to one side and push your body up. We're going to come into a prone position. So turning the body, belly to the ground for some spine strengthening. We'll start with Cobra. Ankles touch ground, tops of feet. The palms are sliding back below the shoulders. Take an exhale breath to prepare. With the inhale, lift up the head, shoulders and chest. Squeeze elbows in behind the ribs, but keep the belly grounded onto the mat. Holding some slow, steady, full breaths. Maybe the eyes closed. Next inhale, lift a little higher. Exhale, release. Locust sequencing. Arms at the sides of the body, palms are flipped down. Keep the hips grounding. Breathe in, right leg lift, hold. Start to internally rotate the right leg. Few deep breaths. Next inhale, lift a little higher. Exhale, release. Other side, inhale, lift the left leg. Slight internal rotation. Few deep breaths. Next inhale, lift up a little higher. Exhale, release. Full locust, arms out to the sides. Squeeze legs together, a lot of effort. Prepare with exhalation. Inhale, lift everything up. 3 steady breaths. Next inhale, lift up higher. Exhale, ground the tops of the feet. Fingerprints press into the mat. About shoulder width apart, a little wider. I want to do a vinyasa sequence with Cobra and then add a twist. So chin to the mat with the exhale or forehead to the mat. And with the inhale, pressing into the fingertips, lift up, Cobra. Exhale, release. So go slow, rolling the spine, inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift. It's okay if the belly button comes up off the mat. Exhale, release. So we're going to do this a couple more times with the breath. Two more times. A lot of strengthening in the fingers and the wrists. Next time you lift up, hold. Maybe ground the palms. Then exhale, we're gonna twist to the right, drop the left shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the left, drop the right shoulder. We'll do it one more time each side. Breathe in, center. Breathe out, twist to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, drop the belly. And keep the head and chest lifted. We're preparing for Sphinx next. Ground the forearms. Elbows are slightly in front of the shoulders. Lengthen the lumbar spine by shimmying the belly button forward. Ground the forearms, the wrists, the palms. With the in-breath, reach up through the crown of the head. With the exhale, drop the shoulders down away from the ears. The chin is parallel to the mat. Focus on moving the heart forward. Slow, deep breathing. Now stay here, or if you want to up level, bend knees, flex into the feet. So this will create kind of a pinching feeling of the muscles in the low back. If it's too much, release. If it's okay, you're strengthening and engaging those muscles that support the lumbar vertebrae. Few slow breaths. And release, legs down. Drop chest to the mat. We're preparing for table. Slide the palms back below the shoulders. Low back is probably gonna feel stiff. Just take your time, bend those knees, press into the palms, push the body up, tabletop. Walk the knees forward a little bit so you have your joints stacked, shoulders over the wrists, knees below the hips. Exhale your breath, prepare for cat-cow vinyasa. With the inhale, cow, belly drops, heart, head, tailbone lifts. So you might feel pinching in the low back. Exhale, cat, round the spine, suck the belly up and in, chin to chest. This is where we start to get a release. We'll do this a few more times. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow, full range of motion of spine, no tension. Exhale, cat. One more, inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Next, we side bend. Breathe in, table. Breathe out, hips, shoulders to the right, U-shape in spine. Inhale, table. Exhale, hips, shoulders to the left. Breathe in, table. One more time each side. Exhale, hips, shoulders to the right. Inhale, table. Exhale, hips, shoulders to the left. Breathe in, tabletop, preparing for child's pose. Walk the knees out a little wider. Try to get the big toes to touch. Press sit bones back to the heels, and then walk fingertips forward. Lots of length in the side body, the spine, either chin to the mat or forehead to the mat. Keep reaching forward through the fingertips. Maybe you want to spread the fingers wide and pressing back through the hips. A few deep breaths. Now we're at a side bend. Lift up a little bit. Walk the fingertips to the right. Don't let your left hip lift. When you're ready, drop the chest, bow the head, few deep breaths. Change, prepare to side bend the other side. Walk the hands to the left. Find that sensation. Keep pressing the right hip down. Few deep breaths. And change, come back to center. Just one more pose. One of my favorites for the low back. Bring your body back in the tabletop. So you can curl the toes under, press into the toes, and then lift up through the knees to realign them back under the hips. Bring the left knee towards the left wrist. Swing the left foot to the right and start to slide the right leg back. Drop onto the forearms. And just round the spine, bow the head. If you can go deeper and slide the right leg all the way back, go for it. If you can drop your chest to the ground and gaze to your left, go for it. Whatever variation your body's in, focus your mind on a slow and steady breath. We're here 1 minute. Another big breath, fill the low back, fill up the belly, and then let it go. To prepare for the other side, lift the torso up, ground weight in the palms, curl the right toes under, bend the right knee, lift your hips. I'm going to stretch the hamstring of the left leg, extend the left leg straight back, curl the toes under, and press back through the heel. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Half pigeon other side, tabletop, bring right knee to the right wrist. Right foot swings to the left. Slide the left leg back, ground the forearms. Just round the spine, bow the head at that edge of stretch sensation. If you're sliding the leg all the way back and lowering all the way down, gaze to the right. 1 minute. Few more deep breaths. Change, gaze center of the mat, walk the torso up, Ground weight in the palms. Curl left toes under, bend the knees. Start to lift the hips. Extend the right leg back. Ground the ball of the foot. Press back through the heel. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk the knees forward. If you can, crisscross the ankles, sit bones roll over the heels. Soles of the feet together, knees wide. And this is Baddha Konasana pose. Maybe you can bring the heels closer to the pubic bone. You can stay upright if the knees are really high up. Just bring your palms to the inner thighs, inner knees, and press gently down. Find edge sensation of stretch. You don't want to go too far. And then hold. If you have the flexibility, maybe you're walking the forearms or the fingertips forward. And when you find that edge, just round your spine and bow your head to it. Few deep breaths. And release, walk the torso up. So coming into a comfortable, maybe cross-legged seated position. Sit up tall in the spine. Bring the hands to the heart center. Let the thumbs press into the sternum. Take a moment of gratitude as you feel the heart beating and the rise and fall of your lungs. Motion of the heart, motion of the lungs. This mysterious pulse sustaining life in the body. Yoga named this pulse prana. May we remember to enjoy this precious life force energy while we are in possession of it, and to honor the life force energy in all beings everywhere. Sealing the practice, bowing head to the pranic center. Namaste.